Good morning, everyone. Saturday, October 14th. If you could tell, well, you couldn't tell with the way the skies are today, but I live in an area of Fairfield called Green Valley, where the Atlas fire was working its way down south. And we have been on alert for a few days for red flag for wind gusts, which never came. Usually this place is, I would say, 10, 15 miles an hour constantly with a gust of maybe 20, 25. I may be exaggerating there a little bit, but it's always windy through here. In fact, all the trees in Green Valley blow towards or bend towards the east. Anyways, so I gave up the last autocross event up at Thunder Hill just to be on the safe side in case of these winds, and they never fruition. So always going to do an autocross. You can't always get a chance to defend your house from a disaster, right? So today I thought I'd make a short video. I did this a couple of weeks ago. What I did was, after installing the switchback fog lights, amber 3K and 6K, I thought, you know what, it would look cool if the lights would stay on, would come on just with the parking lights. So, you know, having my car stereo background of many years, it was pretty easy for me to come up with a very easy solution that, you know, I think it's a good DIY for a lot of people out there with 10th gen Civics. So starting with the parking light, that's obviously located right there. That's always on regardless of no matter what position the headlights are in, low beam or high beam. So carefully remove the fog light to get to the wires, and bring those two wires up to this fuse box relay unit here. Take that off, and what you're going to do is you're going to remove the first relay. Now the first relay controls the fog light, and what I've done was I temporarily ran the wire up from the fender and just to the side of the box. Later I will come from underneath and pop a hole so you don't have that wire that's kind of sticking out from the side. Oh, case in note here for Type R owners, note it's, you know, the fender of a Type R sticks out quite a bit more. Okay, and because of that, Honda did not increase Honda kept the same wiring harness for probably all 10th gen Civics, which means the wiring is going to be really short on the Type R. So save yourself the headache. Put the car up in the air, take the wheel off, drop the fender liner down, and to get access to that, so you're not trying to, you know, frustrate yourself getting your arms cut up by the fender well or the fender liner, and also, you know, trying to undo the harness, and, you know, you end up scratching things, and you just get frustrated with doing that. So on the Type R, I recommend doing that. Okay, so once you get the relay removed, and you could, you know, do that with a pair of pliers very carefully. So this is the factory factory relay for the fog lights. So all I did was I duplicated or extended the wires to the factory relay, but I added in the parking lamp relay. There's an additional relay here that I'll explain later, but here's how it works in its simplicity. By turning on the parking lights, the fog lights come on. Okay, right now it's set to go on the 3K, and then with the headlights, oops, where's my? There we go. I'm working it backwards. So with the headlights on, you know, they come on, obviously, and they stay on with the high beams. Okay, what I did. And if you can hear that fan, that's the VLED headlights that I upgraded to on the low beams. The other relay that I put into here because I have the switchback. Or in the case where you don't necessarily want the fog lights on for whatever reason with the headlights on, you can still use the fog light switch to turn it off. But for me, it acts as a toggle in reverse. So on is off, off is on. Okay. And that's this relay here. So what I did was I took the trigger, or the coil 8586 for the factory relay, wired it into here, and ran it through and normally closed into the factory fog light. So this, in its off mode, lets the switch enable for parking light, and when it's in the on mode, it turns it off. That gives it the backwards effect that I was just explaining. But there you go, guys. Very easy, do it yourself. Had it for 2 weeks, had no problems with it, and you don't have to put in that other additional relay if you don't want to control the fog lamp with the headlight is on. But it really looks mean in the front of the car when you're able to have the 6K and the parking DRLs on at